guys, Liz here. So today we're going to do our core and floor mat work class. So I'm going to get everyone to start off lying on their backs, just engaging the pelvic floor. Hey, Sam. So we're going to start off with our hip twist or our single leg fallouts. So we're just going to let one leg fall out to the side while we keep the other leg nice and stable and keep our pelvic floor engaged. And then control it back together. And then we do the same on the other side. Let that leg fall out and control it back together again. And we do the same on the left. Let that leg fall out and control it nicely back together. And the other leg out to the side and control it back together again. I'm going to do this another 6 times on each side. And bring that knee back. And the same on the other side. And bring that knee back. 5 more. Nice controlled movements. Four more. Let that leg fall out and control it back together. And the other leg out and control it back together. 3 more. And control it back. 2 more. Nice controlled movements. And 1 more. And the other leg. Bringing them back together and taking a deep breath in, relaxing your pelvic floor. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to do our double leg twist. So we're going to bring our arms out to either side of our body. And we're going to let our legs fall down one side while our knees and our ankles are touching and our head comes off to the other side, just to give our lower backs a nice stretch. And then we come back to the midline and then we go again onto the other side, letting your knees fall out and keeping that knees and ankles in line with each other and coming back to the middle. And again, letting your legs come off to one side and your head off to the other. And bringing them back together again. And again off to the other side. Feeling a nice good stretch on our lower backs. Coming back to the middle. And opposite side again. Back to the middle. And off to the other side. Back to the middle. One more time on each side. Back to the middle. Off to the other side. And coming back to the middle, bringing our arms down. Taking a deep breath in here. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to come up into our double leg tabletop. So both legs are coming up, and we're just going to tap one foot down and then tap the other foot down. So we're going to keep nice, good control of our pelvis and keeping that small gap between our lower backs and the floor. So we're going to tap and float, tap and float, tap, float, tap, float. And again, tap, float, tap, float. I'm going to do this another 5 times on each side. Tap, float. 4 more. Tap, float, tap, float. 3 more. Tap, float, tap, float. 2 more. Tap, float, tap, float. 1 more. Tap, float, tap, float. And let both of your legs rest down. Taking in a nice deep breath here, letting your pelvic floor relax. Now what we're going to do is we're going to incorporate just our arms to start off with. So we're going to bring our arms straight up in front of us. We're going to let them come above our heads. Control the arms back, and as we come towards our knees, we're going to lift our head and shoulders up off the floor, and then we're going to come back down into our starting position. So letting the arms come up above our heads, not touching the mat, coming back forward, then down towards our knees as our head and shoulders come off, and then controlling it back to our starting position. So we'll count another 6 of this. So 1, back towards our knees, let our head and neck and shoulders come up, and back to the starting position. 2, nice controlled. When you're doing this movement, make sure that your ribs aren't flaring. So you soften through your tummy. You don't create an extra arch underneath your mid-back. And coming back down towards our knees, our head and our shoulders come up off the floor, back to the middle. Number 3, hands above the head, controlling that movement back, coming towards our knees, lifting and coming back down. Number 4, nice control, controlling at the tummy as well. Coming back over our head and lifting up again and controlling back down. 5, up above the head, back to the middle, towards our knees, and head and neck come up, and controlling it back down. 1 more, arms come up above the head, back to the middle, back towards our knees, and then coming back up into our starting position. All right, take a deep breath in through here. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to do that in our double tabletop position. So we want to bring our feet up into double tabletop. We're going to keep that nice and controlled. And we're going to bring our arms again above our head, not allowing our ribs to flare, keeping nice control at our tummy. As we come back towards the knees, hands on the outside of the knees, head and neck and shoulders come up, and then back into the starting position. Arms come up above head, back down towards the legs. Head and shoulders come up, and control back down to the middle. And again, nice control. Back towards the knees. Head and shoulders come up, and back to the middle. And again, above our head, back towards the middle, towards our knees. Head and shoulders come up, and back to the starting position. 2 more. Arms above the head, down, and coming up. And 1 more. And bring both legs down and relaxing the arms down. Taking in a nice deep breath here. Okay, so I'm going to get everybody now into a side lying position. So you can rest your head down on your arms. We're going to bend at the knees and the feet are going to be in line with our tailbone, and our hips are not stacked nicely on top of each other. So we're not rotated too far forward and we're not rotated too far back, just in the middle of that position. And then we're going to straighten our top leg out and we're going to draw some circles in that position, 3 circles, and then we're going to rest down. And then we're going to bring our leg back up. We're going to draw 3 circles and we're going to come back down. And then again, bringing that leg up, 1, 2, 3, and down. And again, 1, 2, 3, down. And again, 1, 2, 3, down. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, down. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, down. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, down. Last one. 1, 2, 3, and together. You need to give yourselves a bit of a rub. You can do that. Okay, so what we're going to do as our next exercise is we're going to bring and we're going to run it forward. We're going to bring it back and together. So it's like we're polishing a glass table with the inside of our thigh and the inside of our lower leg. So all of this is in the same position. So just running it forward, back, and together. And again, lifting up, back, and together. And again, lifting, forward, back, and together. 3 more. Forward, back, together. 2 more. Forward, back, together. And last one. Forward, back, and together. Again, give yourselves a bit of a rub if you need to. And then we're going to change onto the opposite side, and we're going to do those 2 exercises on this side. So resting on our arms, knees and hips flexed, but our feet are in line with our tailbone, our hips are stacked nicely on top of each other, and our top leg is straight. So we're going to lift, 1, 2, 3, and relax. And again, lifting, 1, 2, 3, relax. Again, 1, 2, 3, relax. Make sure that you're moving at the hip and not the ankle. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, relax. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, relax. Number 6, 1, 2, 3, relax. Number 7, 1, 2, 3, relax. And last one, 8, 1, 2, 3, and together. Take a bit of a deep breath in here. Okay, we're going to move on to our second exercise, which is just lifting that leg up, sliding it forward, then back and together. And again, 2, forward, back, together. Number 3, forward, back, together. Number 4, forward, back, together. Number 5, forward, back, together. Number 6, forward, back, together. 2 more. Number 7, forward, back, together. And last one, 8, forward, back, and together. Again, give yourselves a bit of a rub. All right, I'll get everyone now to turn onto their stomach. And you can rest your head on your forearm. And we're going to do our foot hamstring exercise. So this is where we're going to come up with our heel, point our toe, bring our heel back to our bottom, and then slowly control that movement down. So we're going to be working through the hamstrings. So we're going to do heel, toe, heel, and slowly control that leg down. All right, so we're going to start. So it's heel, toe, heel, control, down. Heel, toe, heel, control that leg down. And again, heel, toe, heel, control that leg down. Heel, toe, heel, control that leg down. And number 3, heel, toe, heel, control that leg down. Heel, toe, heel, control that leg down. Number 4, heel, toe, heel, control that leg down. Heel, toe, heel, control that leg down. Number 5, heel, toe, heel, control that down. Heel, toe, heel, and controlled. Number 6, heel, toe, heel, and controlled. Heel, toe, heel, and controlled. Number 7, heel, toe, heel, controlled. Heel, toe, heel, controlled. Last one, number 8. Heel, toe, heel, and down. And again, heel, toe, heel, nice and controlled down. Great. Now I'm going to get everyone up into their standing position because we're going to do our roll downs, which is good for a bit of a back stretch and some back mobility. So what we want to do is we want to stand with feet hip width apart. We're a little bit soft at the knees, so we're not completely extended, so a little bit of a bend. And we're going to come down through our neck and our head first. And then we're going to come down through our upper back, let our shoulders and our arms just dropping down. And then we're going to come down through our mid back, our lower back, and as far as you can come down comfortably. And then we're going to slowly control our movement back up as if we're stacking each vertebra back on top of each other, starting from the last, coming back up to the first, and back up into our standing position. And again, coming down through the head, down through the upper back, letting our arms just hang, our mid back and our lower back, and coming down as far as we can. And then coming back up, stacking each vertebra back on top of each other, and finishing with the head and the neck. And again, down we go. Mid back, upper back, then mid back, then lower back. Feeling a bit of a stretch, might feel more of a stretch through your hamstrings when you're doing this. And then stacking each vertebra back on top of each other as we curl back up into our standing position. And one more time, head first, then our upper back, our mid back, our lower back, and down, and coming back up again, stacking each vertebra on top of each other until we're standing up nice and tall. Great. Now I'll get everyone down to all fours and we're going to do our cat-cows in this position. So knees hip width apart, hands shoulder width apart, coming up through our middle. And then coming down through our middle. Curling under again, our tailbone and our head. And then coming into the opposite position. And again, coming up. And then curling ourselves again. And one more time. And then coming back down again. And then sitting back onto your heels, coming into the child's pose. All right, I'll get everyone to come onto their backs into a comfortable position so we can start our pelvic floor exercises of this class. Just taking in some deep breaths and relaxing our pelvic floor to start. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our 50% pelvic floor lifts. So just lifting 50% of our maximum strength. We're going to do this 10 times. So I'm going to count us through. So we're going to do our lifting 50% and lowering. Lifting 50% and lowering. Lifting 50, lowering. Lifting 50, lowering. Lifting, lowering. Lifting, lowering. Lifting, lowering. Lifting, lowering. Lifting, lowering. Lifting, and lowering. Taking a nice deep breath here. Okay. Now we're going to do 10 contractions at our maximum strength. So we're going to lift completely and lower. Lift 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 and lower. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, and lower. Again, a nice deep breath. Okay, now we're going to hold our pelvic floor at maximum for 5 seconds. So I'll get everyone to lift and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and completely relax. Again, a deep breath in through here. Now we're going to do 10 strong contractions at our max again. So we're going to lift and lower, 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 lift and lower. Again, a nice deep breath in here. And our last one, we're going to do our 50% of our max, 10 reps again. So we're going to lift halfway and relax. Lift, relax, 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 lift, and relax. All right, to finish off, we'll come into our butterfly pose and just take some deep breaths in, completely relaxing our pelvic floor. Okay, and that finishes off our Wednesday Flora Core class. Thank you for everyone who joined me. I'll see you guys next time.